Hi, this is Margaret Donor, and I wanted to make a little video just to introduce my newest book, which is called Creating an Authentic Platform and Transcending the Lower Matrix, a manual for the graduating class. And I'm going to start by just reading a little bit from the foreword, just the first paragraph. It's very short. As I ponder how to introduce this book, I think the best method might be to state first what this book is not. This book is not designed to tell you what to believe. It is not meant to be a way to judge whether you are enlightened. There are no scales that rate your spirituality or people to give your power to. This book is not a scholarly treatise on one area of expertise. The intention of this book is to challenge your current belief systems. It encourages you to find the answers within and to collect the fragments of your soul that you've scattered throughout time and space. This book is about authenticating your life for you and assisting you to find your own truth. And the reason that I start with that is because it feels, or I believe it feels to me, that the paradigm shift that is supposed to occur, if there is one that is supposed to occur, is about looking inward to find God rather than looking outward to find God. I think we've been trained through so many thousands of years to give our power away to other people, to look outward for God, whatever God is. And the shift of consciousness, if and when it occurs, to understand that God is within the self and that all of God is within the self. And that not only is the idea that man was made in God's image, but that God is also made in man's image. This union between God and the self, I think, is absolutely essential to the survival of humanity. I'm going to go out on a limb that far. And the reason I believe that is because all the systems that have been set up to disempower humanity require us to go outside of ourselves and give our power to somebody else to be saved. And I don't think that is the way to salvation. I think the way to salvation is completely different than what we've been taught. And it's a terrifying change for most people because they don't know who they are, and they don't know what they think, and they don't know what they believe unless someone else tells them who they are or tells them what to think or believe. We define ourselves so intensely by the externals, by the churches we belong to, the schools we belong to, the political parties we belong to, the country, it goes on and on. And when any of that is altered or shaken or taken away from us, the feeling of lostness is profound. And the reason is because there's not a personal anchor. There's not a personal spiritual anchor to hold on to. And if we think about spiritual masters that we revere, both modern and ancient, it appears that the one thing that defines them, the true ones, is that it isn't the external world that defines them or their connection to God. It's their internal world. And their internal world is so strongly defined and clearly defined for them that their fear of the external world begins to dissipate. And until I think we even can begin to grasp what that means, we will continue to put our power, our personal power, into the hands of those who abuse us and who corrupt it. And the only people who really want to take our personal power from us are bad people. The bad people who want to disempower you or take your personal power. Good people don't really want to do that. And if they do it, they feel bad about it and they apologize. So just by the very nature of how we've set up this world, the paradigm that we've been operating from, we cannot be free until we understand this powerful, powerful shift. So the beginning of the book actually is introduced this way, and that is, the journey to know thyself brings you to God. And that's really what this book is designed to do. It's designed to challenge everything you believe, to make you incredibly uncomfortable. And out of that discomfort, out of that stirring, to help you rebuild your own authentic truth. And in my mind, your authentic truth cannot be built from one lifetime. Because you're not living from one lifetime. Even if you think you are, you're not. Your fears, your gifts, your relationships are all coming from past life connections. And until you understand who you are, you understand your karma, what you've done, why this is happening to you, why that is happening to you, until your soul makes sense to you, you can't create an authentic platform. And until you create an authentic platform, you can't know God. Because the journey to God is through the self. So until you know yourself, you can't know God. Because when you know yourself, you will know God. It's a very unusual point of view for some people. Some people resonate with it, they'll feel very comfortable with it, and they'll be glad to hear it. Other people will make them very uncomfortable. But I think it's time that we all stop doing what we're doing, because it's not working. And just ask ourselves if there's another way to do it. What do we need to do differently before we take ourselves out? I mean, we know that there are dozens of species going extinct every day on this planet. We know that, whether you know it or not, radiation is still being poured into the Pacific Ocean from Fukushima, worse than ever. And the reason you don't hear about it is because of a State Secrets Act passed in Japan. So, why are we allowing our lives to be ruled by things that hurt us? It's a deep question, and I think it's one that we need to start answering. And I'm hoping that my newest book will begin you on that journey. Will begin to help you to question deeply why you believe what you believe, whether or not you want to keep it on your authentic platform of truth, and where God is for you, what God is for you. So I thank you for listening to me for this few moments, and I enjoy sharing, and I hope this book helps you on your journey if you choose to look into it. All right, thank you.